go. Okay, try again, standing tall. Tummy fold in. Shoulder roll up, back and down. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Hands on shoulders for a bigger circle. So feel your shoulder blades draw together around the back. Opening the chest at the front. And one more time here. Come down and grip the pelvis, soften the knees, and just start to move through pelvic tilt. So moving slowly through flexion and extension. I think this is maybe coming in. Couple more there, guys. Hi, Vicky. Hi. And then let's just bring our pelvis into neutral, tummy in. Let's move through side bend. Reaching away with the bottom arm. Breathing in to reach. Breathing out to come back. So the hips are still. Little connection into your glutes. Last one. Come on back to center and let's just rotate the spine there. Super. Then stabilize through the feet and hips, hands on shoulders. Take a breath in. Breathe out, rotate. Guys, can you all make sure you're on mute for me, please? Let me come in and have a look. Oh, we're good, guys. You're all on, don't worry. Two more. Super. Let's put hands behind the back. Soften the knees, tummy in, hip hinge. Nice flat back with the knees soft. Coming up slowly. Breathing in on the way down. Spine is still. Head not dropping. Shoulder blades drawn together. Breathing into hinge. And out to come back. Couple more. And then bring your spine to neutral. Release your hands. Let's sit back into a squat. Come up into neutral. Onto the toes we lengthen. Inhale. Exhale. Sitting back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more set. And relax. Just give everything a bit of a shake and a release there. So let's stand on the left leg now. Tighten up the bottom, right toe forward. Lift, flex and point slowly. Let's rotate. Other way. Other foot, forward and lift. Flex and point. Rotate slowly. Other way. And relax. Give it all a good old shake there. Can we grab our band, please? So let's take our band across our palms. Take right foot in front of left foot. Tuck the tail, tighten up the glutes. Breathe out and pull. Breathe in and release. Feel that your weight has not all sunk into your back foot. Get some weight in the front foot and then actively draw the belly button in and squeeze the glutes. So everything in the core is tight and switched on. If that feels okay, rotate, press, come on down and in. Breathing out, rotating and pressing. Breathing in, coming back. One more. And relax. Good. Give your shoulders a release. Change feet. Tuck the tail. Tighten the bum and the abs. Overhand wide grip. Up and over there. Opening the chest. Knees are soft. Good. Watching that we're not coming into extension through the spine. Tuck your tail. Open out the lumbar spine. Fix the rib cage. Feel the shoulder blades draw together. Can we bring our hands a little bit closer towards each other? Just one more time. And relax. Give everything a good old shake there. Can we keep hold of our band? So open it out wide. Take it underneath your right foot. And then step back into a calf stretch. And you just want a little bit of resistance in there so that it can support you. So stay where you are. Then transfer all your weight into the front leg. Good. Drop the chest a little bit and see if you can row there. Bring your shoulder blades towards each other, a little bit like a dart. Now, as you're doing that, can you lift your back foot, squeeze your bottom, tap down. Watch it's not going into the back. Keep the chest low. Whoops. 4. Try not to shrug the shoulders. 3. 2. And 1. Come on down. Well done. Come off that band. Just give those legs a shake. Release the ankles. Change legs. So back into a calf stretch first. Just get some resistance in the band. And then transferring all the weight onto a straight front leg. So guys, watch your shoulders don't pull up. Pushing backwards diagonally. Tip from the hip to get a better connection into the upper back. As and when you're ready, squeeze and lift. Now I feel like I could make my band a bit shorter and add a little bit more resistance. So if you feel like you could do that, shorten it. Breathing out to pull. Squeeze in the buttock. Pulling the tummy in, challenging the balance. Oops. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, get rid of the band, please. So we need to release the lower back after that one. Come down onto the thighs. Pelvic tilt there, flexion, extension. So you can keep the head and shoulders still and focus on the lower back if that's better for you. But you can roll the whole spine if you want to. But we are trying to focus into the lower back. Might feel good to go all the way up. One more in either direction, slowly. And uncurl. Brill, give everything a shake. Can we pick up one weight now, please? Have a drink if you want one, guys. So we've been round the back of the shoulders, and now we'll come into the front and side of the shoulders. Holding one weight in 2 hands. Sit back and squat, keep the chest lifted. Lift the arm to the right side and come down. Stay slow, breathing in, breathing out to lift. Breathing in, breathing out. Moving, nice and slow. 6. Brace the abs. 5. Squeeze the glutes. 4. 3. 2, last one. Brill, come down, give the legs a shake. Hold the weight in 2 hands, turned it round now. Transferring the weight onto my right leg, picking up my left toe. Bicep curl here. Curl and shoulder press if you can. Toe can stay on the floor. Pulling up through the thigh on the right leg, squeezing the right buttock. 3, 2, and 1. Step down. Just shake that off there. And transfer the weight. Pick up the toe, tummy in. Just bicep curl. Now think about tightening up the bum on the left side, please. When you're ready, curl and press. If you're struggling with your balance or there is back pain, please put your toe down, but still tighten up everything on the left side. Engage that core. Breathing out to push. Breathing into low. We've got 4 to go. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Coming down. Give those legs a shake. Good. Pick up your second weight. So weights on thighs here. Tail tucked under, knees soft. Opening the chest, breathing in. Rounding the shoulders, breathing out. Taking the upper back into extension as you breathe in. and flexion as you breathe out slowly. Moving all around the shoulder girdle, stretching the chest, stretching the traps and lats, rolling down towards the knees if that feels good, and repeating. So I want you just to move through this at your own speed and rolling as much or as little as you want to, but just make it sure it's gradual. Don't bypass any important bits of your spine, please. Keeping the knees soft, keeping the pelvis tucked and the core engaged, leading with the head. So it is a roll now, not a hip hinge. If the roll gives you back pain, then hip hinge is your alternative. Next one is your last one, guys. When you've finished, come on up. Weights in the center, upright row. Singles or doubles when you're ready. Tail is tucked, brace your abs. Squeeze your glutes. Can you pull up on your pelvic floor here? 6, 5, nice and warm now. 4, 3, 2, last one. And relax, brill. Get rid of your weights, please. We are going to come into our full roll down sequence for those that are ready. If you want to put your mat down, put your mat down. So coming all the way up, breathing in. Bringing the arms down, breathing out. Nodding, rounding and rolling. So going to a level that is correct for you with soft knees. Give your arms a sway. Perhaps give your spine a sway. Keep your knees bent. Unrolling softly at your own pace. So let's just have a couple more roll down, roll ups, and if it feels good to hold it when you're down there and have a bit of a sway, then do that. If it doesn't, support yourself and come up slowly. I'm just going to get rid of this chair from the bar class. When you're ready, please come hands on floor and walk into downward dog if you can. Transfer your weight back and pedal your feet. So if that's not for you, just stay with roll down. Guys, option to come forward and hold a plank on your hands or elbows, toes or knees. Option to drop and add a couple of press-ups. So let's keep moving. We've got option of rolling down and up, and then maybe just coming to the floor for cat stretch if your back's not great. Downward dog if you're okay in that weight bearing position. Plank and press up if you're ready for strength. And then if you're wanting to just come onto the floor, make sure you tip your screen before you do it. Let's have one more round of whatever you've chosen to do, and then we'll tip our screens. We'll bring all our equipment to the floor. So once you are on the floor, guys, just staying down there and rolling the spine either through a cat stretch or sitting back into a shell stretch. When you're ready, guys, sit back and just release the wrists, release the spine. Excuse me. Hands under shoulders, support the body weight. Uncurl. Come forward onto all fours, please. Guys, kneel on your hog if you can on the smooth side. Obviously, if that's too much, stay on your mat. So if you're on the mat, your knees are apart. If you're on the hog, your knees are together. Hands are directly under shoulders. We're doing right arm to the side, left leg to the back into a Superman. Staying with the right arm and the left leg. Bringing the leg and the arm high enough to feel it working in that posterior chain, so glutes and upper back. Stay engaged through core. Can you change once you've done 4, please? And we're doing 4 on the opposite side. So keep changing, please, from right to left. 4 and 4. Maintaining the neutral spine. Keeping the hips and the shoulders square to the mat. Lifting high enough to work into the posterior chain, but not so high that you affect the movement in the spine. So we're going to keep moving until we've done a final set of 4 with the left arm and the right leg. So keep moving until you've finished on the left side. And then you can come off the back of your hog, pop it off to one side. And then we can cat stretch or shell stretch. We'll release the spine and we'll release the wrists. Hands coming to the side of the knees, support the weight, uncurl the spine. Brill, come on down onto your bottom, please. Let's go half roll back with the ball behind us for support. Let's pop our dumbbells either side in case we decide we want to bring those in. And then just take your feet wide and come into a slump stretch. Really release quite low down in the back. Uncurl your spine, please. And then bring your feet hip width apart. Hold the back of your thighs. Can we just pelvic tilt under, rounding the spine, landing on the ball. Just check everything's where you need it to be. And then roll forwards and lengthen up, please. So scooping and rolling if everything is okay. Let's go into that bow and arrow. So keep moving slowly through those positions. See how we're doing. Good. Now, if everything feels like it's loose enough, add a dumbbell and start to work a little bit on strength. And if your back's tight or it's still cold, then you might just be better focusing on the mobility and the flexibility. So coming up when you're ready, feet wide and relax. If cross-legged forward fold feels okay, go there. Uncurl your spine. Let's come on down onto our back. Get some head support if you want it, perhaps a ball or a cushion or a block. Bring your knees in and just draw a circle with your pelvis, please. Other way. Holding in the center. Single leg stretch here. If that feels okay, lift your head and shoulders. Take the weight of your head at the base of your skull. And then if you want to make it harder, guys, just go knee over hip instead of knee coming all the way in. If that gives you back pain, then your knee needs to come all the way in. 8, 7, 6, keep lifting the shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come in. Well done. Everything comes down to the floor. Full body stretch away. Let the back arch. Let the ribs lift. Take some breaths here. Bring your arms over. Draw your legs back one at a time. Pop your feet and knees together. Arms out to the side, palms up. Knees dropping right. Head turning left, breathing in. Breathing out, coming up. Going the other way. Breathing in to drop. Breathing out to come up. Keep that slow. Stay engaged through your abs. Make sure your head is moving in the opposite direction. Coming center, coming into corkscrew next. Put your ball or your hog between your knees or your feet. So if it's between the knees must be over the hips. If it's between the feet, then the ankles are over the hips, the knees are soft. Hands on the rib cage. 45 degrees to the right, breathing in, and then coming back up, breathing out. So see how that feels from right to left, with your elbows on the floor to start. And as you come back to center, your spine should imprint. If you're able to take your hands and elbows off the floor, take them up. We can sway them the opposite way to counterbalance. And we can try to rotate a little bit further. Now, not too far, because obviously that's just going to make you lose stability. So breathing into dropping out to lift, staying slow. Just have a look at your range of movement. I know I've got better movement on my right side than my left side. So if you've got an imbalance there, really try to correct it and go the same range on each side. So we're going to do 3 or 4 more. We do want to finish with legs to the left as they started to the right. So take your time, and when you finish your last set, get rid of whatever you're using there And come to starfish stretch, four corners of the mat. Hold here and take some breaths. Bring your arms over and draw your legs in, please. And then with your feet the full width of the mat, arms out, open knee, hip roll. Now it's a bigger roll, make it slower than you did before. Focus on your top leg rotating internally if there is no hip or knee pain. Keep that moving. You are breathing in to drop. Breathing out to lift. Finishing with a roll to the left side. When you're ready, guys, come onto the side of the body that brings you to face me, please. So can we go ball between the ankles? If you want to just do it with your feet together, that's fine. Don't do it with something that's heavy, just a ball or nothing at all. Hands together, hips stacked, tummy pulled in. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, two legs, one arm, if we can, up on the hip. And then come on down slowly. If that feels okay, lift the head and neck. Stay side on, so no rotation on this. Shoulders and hips stay stacked. Lift, breathe out. Breathing, come down. Guys, if you want a harder option, take your top arm over your head and then pull it all the way back as you lift. Hand to thigh, hand to floor overhead. So that's a little bit more challenging on your balance. If it's too much on the shoulders, then take it back in front of you. And with the arm in that position, you might be able to press your bottom elbow down and lift your ribs up a bit more. Now that's a bit more advanced, so if there is a back issue or a shoulder issue, then not too much lateral flexion there, not too much side bending, your back might not be happy. Two more. Breathing out to lift. And in to come down. One more time, please. Breathing out to lift. Breathing in to come down. And relax. Get rid of that ball. And let's just take top leg over bottom leg and just give it a bit of a rub there. Take that top leg heel to bottom. Lengthen out your bottom leg if you can. Tuck your tail under and hold in. And then can we take the ball between the knees and squeeze? Stack the hips, tummy in. Knees are bent now. Palms are together. Head is at the front of the hop. Rolling across the hog, breathing in. Turning the head. Eyes following hands. Squeeze the ball. And close up. Good. Let's keep that moving. Breathing into open. Breathing out to close. And perhaps coming into a circle so you can rotate if that feels okay through the shoulders. If your shoulder can accommodate that, try a big circle with a soft wrist and elbow. But don't let your legs just relax. Squeeze the ball. Get some tension on the inside of the thigh and the pelvic floor. Draw the belly button in, keep squeezing the ball. Last one. Super, relax. Coming down the other end of your mat or rolling over. So we want the ball between our ankles if we can. Hug is under the head. Hips and shoulders are stacked. When you're ready, take an in-breath to prepare. On your out-breath, lifting 2 legs and 1 arm. Maybe lifting the head and neck. Just see how the body feels on that side. Guys, if you're able to take your hand to your thigh, when your feet are down, go there, and then you can float it up and over and come on down. So a little bit more challenging. Now on the other side, I could come up onto my elbow, but I can't on this side. So breathing out and lifting as high as you can whilst the hips stay stacked and the abdominals pull in. Now we've got to brace the abs, otherwise your back is going to take the weight of your legs, and we definitely don't want that. We want to go into the waist and the abdominals, so we want to engage the core. Still squeezing the glutes, still squeezing the ball. 2 more. When you have finished, get rid of your ball. Take your top leg over your bottom leg. And then take your heel to your bottom, please. Knees together, thighs parallel, bottom leg extended. Holding there. And releasing. Super. Knees come in, ball between the knees. Hips are stacked, knees are bent. Consciously squeeze the ball, otherwise you won't get any effect. Inner thigh, pelvic floor. When you're ready, open door first. Couple of open doors. See how the spine feels. Keep squeezing on the ball. So the bottom knee is pressing into the mat. The top knee is pressing into the ball. The hips are stacked. If anything, try to push the hips forward as the chest opens. When you're ready, please start to come into backstroke. Super. Couple more here. Nice, relaxed elbow and wrist. Keep squeezing on that ball. Is your pelvic floor still connected? Super, relax, well done. Get rid of the ball. Come back onto your back, probably reduce what's under your head there now. And then just hug your knees in for me, please. So let's just get some movement back into the lower back. If pelvic tilts feel better, then go pelvic tilt. From here, let's have a look at pelvic stability. So taking the chi ball under the tailbone, and I'm going to remove my head block before I pick my feet up. So head block away, spine still in neutral, but obviously now there is a gap. And then I'm going to brace my abs. My fingertips are on the floor or the hips. I'm going to just lift up and balance and see how that feels. I'm going to avoid bringing my knees in over my tummy. Keep them over your hips. From here, either a toe tap or a single leg stretch away. And then hands coming off the floor as and when you're ready. But we continue to move slowly. We press the shoulder blades into the floor. We make sure our chin is not poking up towards the ceiling. Tuck that chin in. Keep the knees over the hips. You can start to scissor your arms if that doesn't make you too unstable. You must continue to pull down on your abs and up on your pelvic floor to stabilize your hips and pelvis. Good. Keep it all moving slowly. Making sure knees are only coming over hips. Going 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. Well done. I'm going to do starfish stretch across the ball. If that feels okay. If it's hurting your back, ball comes away. Let's have some breaths here, releasing into lower abdominals and hip flexors. And then arms coming back first, followed by legs. And then bum lifting up, taking the ball away. From there, just give yourself some pelvic tilts. Get some movement back into that lower back. And then I'm going to get something back under my head, and I'm going to do triceps next, guys. So you need your weights. So I'm coming down and pushing my weights up, pressing my shoulder blades into the floor. My knuckles are on the outside, my palms are facing inwards. You can either start with your feet on the floor or your legs in tabletop. So knees over hips, spine imprinted. From here, can you give me a single tricep press, stabilizing the shoulders, elbow pointing to ceiling, dumbbell coming to ear as though we're answering that phone. So making sure there is no shoulder activity. If you can maintain stability, you can do double tricep. Just have a look now that your wrist is in line with your spine. Your wrist is in line with your forearm, not your spine. We don't want it to flick and be unstable. So the wrist itself is not moving. And then we'll start to bring in either opposite arm to leg, or 2 arms and 1 leg. All the time, checking that the shoulders and the wrists are not moving. And the movement is coming from the elbow, hip and knee. Spine is fully imprinted, so no gapping under there. And no doming through the abdominal. So draw down on those transverse abs. Inhaling as the weight's lower, exhaling as they slowly push. Make sure they don't touch the floor, because then all the resistance will come out of them. If it's affecting your back, please put the legs down, and we've got 4 more arms to go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on, in and down. Get rid of your weights. Super. Arms out, palms up. Right ankle on left knee if you can. Press the right knee back, open the hip. So rolling that right leg slowly to the right and to the left. Breathing in to drop and out to lift, allowing the rib cage to lift. Guys, your arms are going to stay out to the side. But if you want a bit of a deeper stretch and it doesn't hurt your knees or hips, pick up your left leg to a tabletop and then try rolling in that position. If that's too much, go back to foot on the floor, please. So great for the back, but might bother the knee or the ankle, so be careful. I'll just have one more in either direction. My back's making some lovely crunchy noises today. Coming back to center and placing the feet down, opening out the hip on the left side. Keep the foot on the floor as you roll to the left and right first. Just see how it feels on that side. It may not be the same as the other side. Breathing in to lower and out to lift, and then option to lift the foot off the floor if the back feels good. So that will give you a deeper stretch through the hips. But what we don't want to do is place strain on another joint. So breathing in to drop and out to lift. Let's have a couple more. Shoulders are down. And then once you've finished, we are going to pick up our band and finish with a leg stretch. So band's coming around the sole of the right foot. Guys, we're going to start with an inner thigh stretch today. So can you put both elbows on the floor to start? My left knee stays bent. I'm going to drop my left knee left and my right leg right. And if you feel like you're flexible enough, you can put both sides of your band in the right hand, and then your left hand either goes on your left hip or on the floor. But we don't want any rotation through the spine here. So if you found that your left buttocks left the floor, press it back down, please. Maybe put your hand on the inside of the left thigh. Try to get that right leg quite straight. Maybe pull the toes back and push the heel. Now we need to stay engaged through abs, and in this position it's good to pull up on the pelvic floor here. So come up to center. Now straighten out your left leg. Hold the band in your left hand, stay on the right foot. Can you just relax the back of your right knee for me? And then guide the leg across the body. Now I'm going to keep my bum down first, so I stretch the outer thigh. Otherwise, if you lift your bum, you won't stretch the outer thigh. So I'm stretching my outer thigh, running from my knee to my hip. And if that's where you need to be, stay on it. If you want to roll further, you can now lift your bottom and go into your bum and lower back. And you might even want to bend your knee more to get more into the bum and hip. So hold it there for a couple of breaths. And then come on back up, please. And then let's go right hamstring. So 2 hands on the band, legs straight. Pull the whole leg in, push the bottom down. Try to straighten or lengthen the right leg as much as you can. Push the heel up and maybe give your toes a bit of a wiggle there. And then change, please. Draw your left leg in and change. Slide the bottom leg away. Pull the whole leg in. Hold it there. Push the heel up. actually, we did inner thigh first, didn't we? Sorry, you're probably shouting at me now. Let's go inner thigh on the left leg. Bend the right leg. Lost my train of thought there for a minute. Hold it there. Make sure the pelvis hasn't twisted. Can we connect up on the pelvic floor here? Good position for pelvic floor. And then coming up to center, straighten your right leg. Soften the back of your left knee, switch hands. Go across the body without lifting the bum. Holding with a soft knee. Then either staying there on the outer thigh or lifting your bum. Rotating a bit further, hip and back. Maybe soften the knee more to deepen the stretch. Come back to center. And now we'll do the left hamstring. 2 hands on the band. Pull that whole leg in. Push the heel up. I was thinking about what Christmas presents I still had to buy today. Push that heel, lengthen the leg. Tailbone is down. Can we wiggle the toes? And then ease off at the back of the knee. Super, get rid of the band. Come on over onto all fours, please. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, rolling through, flexion, and extension slowly.